We have already held constructive discussions with a number of parties: the Economic Freedom Fighters, the Inkatha Freedom Party, the Democratic Alliance, the National Freedom Party, the Patriotic Alliance. We've also engaged our alliance partners to brief them on the process and will continue to seek their invaluable views and guidance. The ANC has entered these discussions with an open mind and a commitment to speak to all parties that have a stated intention to advance the interests of the people of South Africa.
The ANC has decided to remain central and not to choose any of the left or right-leaning ideological parties for the formation of a coalition. A government of national unity is the proposal on the table, but there is a bone of contention on the part of the DA and the MK party. The EFF says they want no part in a government that has the DA and Freedom Front Plus.
We are opposed to the government of national unity in as far as it resembles what was concocted in 1994. So if you were to check the outcomes of that government of national unity of Nelson Mandela, it had F.W. de Klerk as an executive deputy president. It had Pik Botha as a minister of mineral resources and energy. It had Andre van Niekerk as the minister of land and agriculture. It had some mayor from the National Party as Minister of the Environmental Affairs and Water Affairs. And even he had in social development a minister which came from the apartheid establishment. We do not want to form any part of a government with representatives of the white colonial and apartheid system.
The DA has welcomed the NEC's decision of a formation of a government of national unity, but the party is on the record on their refusal to work with the EFF or any other party that doesn't respect the constitution.
The Democratic Alliance welcomes the fact that negotiations can now proceed into a more substantial phase. Our negotiating team will now embark on a series of further meetings with other parties to establish what their reviews and reactions are to this proposed government of national unity that was announced yesterday by President Ramaphosa. In our upcoming meetings with the ANC, we will also seek further details on what the proposed government of national unity is and how they see it working. In terms of our own internal processes, the Democratic Alliance Federal Executive will then have an engagement on that. And on Monday, the DS Federal Council will be meeting to have further deliberations on this as part of the broader internal process of consultation. We, however, remain committed to the process of trying to find stability for our country.
The IFP has also shown interest in engaging further with the ANC on the formation of the new government.
At our meeting with the ANC on Sunday, 2 June 2024, 3 scenarios were presented: inter alia, a grand coalition, government of national unity, and a minority government. It is abundantly clear that difficult choices and political considerations of material consequences for the country are upon us. Accordingly, the IFP coalition's task team resolved that the ANC must be given space and time to apply its mind and consult further. In light of the announcement made by the ANC last night pronouncing a government of national unity as its preferred option, the IFP coalition's task team will now engage with the ANC and other parties further and report back to the IFP-NEC on Monday, 10 June 2024.
The EFF has also called on parties to allow the MK party to get their first preference to form government in KwaZulu-Natal, as they are the majority party in the legislature. Samkele Masego, SABC News, Johannesburg.